Tonight, the moment has arrived. 4 contestants remain, all with one dream in mind, becoming America's first ever MasterChef. Lee, a bartender from Los Angeles,
Second place is not an option.
was always a contender.
I wish all of you should come up here and try this. This is really propelling Lee to MasterChef levels.
Sheetal, a teacher from Chicago, struggled with family traditions,
I've never killed anything in my life.
but came out on top.
And I don't know if you've cooked venison, but that tastes as if you've cooked it 1,000 times.
David, a software engineer from Boston,
Some people call me cocky. I prefer overconfident.
proved that despite his antics, he is a force to be reckoned with.
I want to keep on eating this.
Please feel free.
And 22-year-old Whitney from Mississippi put school on hold to pursue her dreams.
You're young, you're sweet. Are they going to eat you alive and spit you out?
The most difficult pastry to cook ever. Well done.
I am the pastry princess.
Tonight, the journey comes to an end.
The first ever MasterChef final.
America's 4 best amateur cooks will face off in their toughest challenge yet and cook the most important dishes of their lives.
My God. Oh,
She dropped a chicken.
Can you smell that? That's good.
Wow, pretty ballsy.
In the end, only one will walk away with $250,000, a cookbook publishing deal, and above all else, cooking's most coveted title.
The winner of America's first ever MasterChef.
The remaining 4 contestants are about to go head-to-head to win a spot in the ultimate showdown, the MasterChef Final.
My initial reaction when I walked into the MasterChef kitchen today was, this is it. It's empty, there's 2 workstations.
Yes. Final 4. It's the make it or break it. It's the end all or be all.
Look at all 4 of you. You are the 4 most talented amateur cooks anywhere in America today. And one of you will become MasterChef. That comes with $250,000, your very own cookbook. And this could be the start of building your very own empire.
To win a spot in the final, there will be 2 head-to-head cook-offs. The contestants have to make 3 dishes in 2 hours. First, Gordon needs to draw names to decide who's cooking against whom.
First name, David Miller. You're going up against
Sheetal. Bring it.
Sheila going against Dave, I'm going against Whitney, and I don't think she's intimidated. Maybe she is, but she's doing a hell of a job of not showing it to anybody. I'll be extremely honest, I'm afraid of her.
How does that feel?
I got what I wanted, so I fished my wish.
You fished your wish.
I fished my wish.
He is a cocky son of a bitch. Don't discount my presence here. I'm still here for a reason.
The semi-final cook-offs are David versus Sheetal, then Whitney versus Lee. Boston software engineer David's exuberant character
Blam!
and classy cooking has made a big impression on the judges.
I want to keep on eating this.
Please feel free.
Amazing.
His risk-taking has often raised questions.
I have a New England style bouillabaisse.
A great bouillabaisse takes 2 days to make, minimum.
I've got it in an hour.
But his signature style of classic with a twist and attention to flavor always win out.
The seasoning is perfect. Butter poached fish was a huge success. Incredible. David Miller, you were the hero of that team.
David is a clear frontrunner for the MasterChef crown.
I don't know.
I think it's good.
That is why you were David Miller.
Chicago teacher Sheetal has risen to constant challenges well outside of her cooking comfort zone.
I've never killed anything in my life.
You never what?
I think I can kill the crab.
And while her time management has occasionally let her down,
It's not right.
Her exotic flavor combinations have seen her dishes get better and better.
Honestly, first mouthful, close my eyes, I'm in India. Delicious. That tastes amazing. The winner of the last Mystery Box Challenge, Chital, well done.
Making her a quiet contender for the MasterChef title.
One of you will advance through to the final, and one of you will be going home. I'm sure you're dying to get started, but today there's a big surprise. Because behind that door, there are some very excited faces dying to see you both.
I'm so excited to share this kind of experience with my family.
First person I see is my fiance, who I haven't seen since all of this started. It was just a wonderful treat.
For this challenge, our 3 judges will ask each home cook to make them a classic dish to order.
Joe, what is the first real, stunning, delicious dish you want to see?
Be nice.
I'm gonna go back to my roots. It's a Northern Italian classic and something that can certainly distinguish a great chef from an amateur hack. That dish is veal Milanese.
That is a tall order. Graham, what would you want to see?
I think there's one true dish that absolutely represents Americana at its finest. I want to experience the greatest slice of American apple pie, because apple pie is so badass in its simplicity and deliciousness, right? I want to take a piece of apple pie and rub it on this stomach while I'm eating with the other hand. That's what I want to do, and I am not afraid to do it in front of all of you.
And my dish, I suppose it's the heartbeat of American classics. It's something that has incredible fond memories of my first ever trip to the States. I'm going to ask both of you to make clam chowder.
New England. Boston.
Clam chowder is made all over America. It doesn't have to just come out of Boston. And whether it's a twist of your interpretation or homage to your ethnic background, it doesn't matter. You can make a stunning clam chowder your way.
Crab, double crab, and, oh, apple pie. I got the apple pie.
You're cooking for a spot in the final. Okay, clearly the chef with the most votes will go through to the MasterChef final.
You got 3 dishes. First person to 2, that's it. You're in the finals.
Your time starts from now. Off you go.
I heard clam chowder, I heard veal Milanese, and I panicked for about a split second, and then I realized I know how to do this. I can completely do this. This is not going to be a problem.
There's no middle of the road. There's no bottom 3. There's no top 3. You win or you lose. Sheets, I'm sending you home to Chicago. So pack your bags.
This is it. It's game time.
One of you's going home. One of you's going into the first ever MasterChef final. Come on.
I've never made an apple pie before. And having to do so in front of my mother, who can cook 14 in 5 hours, blindfolded with one hand tied behind her back, I'm a little nervous about it.
It's just not what I do.
What are you going to put in there? What are you flavoring the apples with?
Oh, I'm using star anise.
Star anise, nice.
A little lemon juice, brown sugar.
Good.
That's it. You know, the apples for apple pie is a simple dish. It has to speak for itself.
And also with the pastry, is it a buttery pastry you've made? Or very rich?
It's buttery, but it's not too buttery, because if it's too buttery, it's very difficult to work with. But it's buttery. It's definitely not a low-fat dessert. If I have a thing that's a dessert, it's apple pie. So I was very, very confident.
90 minutes left.
Good job, good job.
All right, let's go. Next one, next one.
The fact that Cheadle's got the bottom already lined, she's working on the top right now.
Perfect. Here we go.
The apples are cooked, they're all in the shell, and they're gonna be going in the oven. And that you're still having trouble making the first layer is, it scares me.
You guys know I don't bake.
I know, but that's you got to figure this out.
Yep.
You're in a tailspin now.
Chantel and David, those pies should be in the oven by now.
All right, get that thing in.
Let's
All right.
There's no way I'm gonna be MasterChef without putting something resembling an apple pie on a plate. So, you know, I took my broken crust and I formed it into a little ramekin, put about an apple's worth of apples in the middle, did the same crumb top that my mother always does.
Looks great from here.
And my little tiny little apple pie is pretty much done.
Yay, good job. All right.
Right, 1 hour gone, 1 hour left. 3 stunning dishes. One of you will be leaving MasterChef. One of you will be going straight through to the MasterChef final. Make sure you got a stunning, delicious clam chowder.
While Sheetal seems to have the advantage with the traditional apple pie, she'll need to win 2 of the 3 dishes to move on to the final.
On the 3 dishes that you've got to do, what's the weakest element? What one are you most worried about?
I think the clam chowder.
Clam chowder.
Yeah, the one that you have to taste.
If there's one piece of advice for both of you, don't underestimate the saltiness of the clam naturally.
Okay.
Just be careful with the seasoning.
Seasoning.
Yeah.
All right, Miller, you got 3 dishes that separate you from going on to the final and ultimately $250,000 and the title of MasterChef. How are you feeling about that?
I am good. I have everything I need.
What's the story with the chowder now?
The chowder, I'm just cooking the potatoes down.
Okay.
I've got clam.
That's the liquid from the clams?
Yeah.
Let me give that a whirl.
That's
How's
really
that
nice.
looking?
Oh, if there's anything I know how to do right, it's clam chowder.
Okay, I hope so.
There's no way I'm gonna lose. New England clam chowder.
Okay, so clams, what's the strategy on those? You're gonna steam them?
Yes, in wine and water. Actually, what do you think of this idea? I was going to, for the stock, use shrimp shells for some flavor.
Fabulous.
Yeah?
Smart.
Okay. From Joe, you know, you learn these little tricks of the trade, like to put fish bones or shrimp shells in to season that stock, to flavor that stock. And when I told him that that was my plan, I could see that he was like, good girl.
Chantel, David, taste, 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 yes?
That's good.
There's only 20 minutes to go, yes?
All right, come on.
Keep it going, guys, yes? Make sure your pan's on. Get that pan nice and hot to get a good sear on the veal.
Good. Come on, Tito. Come on.
Don't stand there boiling veal. A completely different taste on a veal Milanese.
I decided to go with the absolute traditional way of cooking this veal, which is you pound the veal, you bread it, you pan fry it. That is veal Milanese.
At this stage in the game, you really want to show the judges all of the skills, techniques, and real knowledge of master cookery.
Attempting to wow the judges, David breaks tradition and takes a huge risk by cooking his veal in the oven.
Oh my God, what in the world?
Wow, that is pretty ballsy.
I'm that badass.
Either that or out of your mind.
You scored appropriately. That's all I ask.
It's completely untraditional, and you could do it. You'd have to be a very skilled cook to be able to cook it through browning the outside.
Yeah.
You know, you'd lose the whole essence of it, but it's a big, big, bold move. Bold.
You're the man! How do you know you've got that crisp when you cook it like that in the oven? And more importantly, it's not pounded. It looks like a veal chop. For one of you, this is your last 3 minutes now inside MasterChef kitchen. Come on, make it count.
God.
Chantel, these last minutes, normally the most disastrous for you.
Yes.
Stay calm, composed, and more importantly, use those minutes wisely.
Come on, Chico, come on.
In this semi-final, timing is everything. All 3 dishes must be completed and served together.
Look at that.
I mean, there's a strong possibility Chantel may be able to sneak in and steal it. I mean, she's cooking the veal perfectly, the right kind of time. Yeah, you can hear the sizzle in the pan.
All right, Dave, you're looking golden. David, you're golden, buddy.
Pretty. It's good, Chito. It's good.
You got no time. You got less than a minute.
Chantel, you have to plate your dessert. 45 seconds to go. Chantel, you've got to get in here. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Well done. Really well done. David. Guys, you just spent the last 2 hours looking like professional chefs. Absolutely amazing. And just think, in previous challenges, we've had 1 dish with 90 minutes. Today, 3 dishes in 2 hours. Well done.
Thank you, chefs.
Okay, first up, give me your best bowl ever of clam chowder.
Being from Boston, I'm thinking there's no way I'm gonna lose New England clam chowder. Otherwise, they're not even gonna let me go home.
This would be a huge upset. Little girl whose parents are from India, her clam chowder takes down New England boys' clam chowder. Oh my God.
Okay, what I'm looking for is a rich, sumptuous, delicious, creamy chowder. Clams cooked perfectly. Chantel,
Yes.
what is it that's unique to you? What have you done to it?
You know, when I was making the broth, I put in some shrimp shells to give it some additional flavor. I put some chopped parsley and a little bacon garnish.
David, what should I be experiencing on your modern twist of a clam chowder?
It should be a traditional New England-style clam chowder. I've used red potatoes, which should be cooked perfectly.
And is that tradition in Boston that they drizzle extra virgin olive oil on top of a clam chowder?
No, that's my own spin on it.
Is that a combination of too much time on your hands? Or are you that ballsy to mess with tradition?
Let's go with the latter.
I'm gonna start with the one that looks the most traditional. Yours, Chantel. For me, the seasoning is exact. It's precise. You got that right amount of heat just at the back. That's good. Really good indeed. David, what should I be tasting in yours that I didn't taste in Chantel's?
The heat from mine will come from red pepper flakes. It will be creamier, yet it'll still be light. The red potatoes, as a contrast to the russets, I think are a little earthier, and that's why I use the olive oil.
Okay. The texture of yours is a lot thinner. Clams are cooked absolutely perfectly.
Thank you, Chef.
This is a very difficult choice. They're both delicious. The winning chowder. David Miller, well done. Absolutely delicious. Here's why. There's more of a clam texture and flavor running through, but you've managed to not make it too thick, so it's so enjoyable. And it's not 3 mouthfuls you want, it's 3 bowlfuls you want. It tastes absolutely phenomenal. Well done.
Thank you, Chef.
Well done to you both.
1 point, Dave. 0 points for Sheetal.
Chantel, if he wins the next one, you're leaving MasterChef.
How we doing, guys?
Doing real well.
All right. We are heading to Grandma's house. Apple pie time.
Round 2, the apple pie. She does the traditional dish, or my take on it, which is not traditional.
I don't have this apple pie. I'm going home, and apple pie is my thing.
What apples did you use in your pie?
All Granny Smith.
See how it's just flaking apart on its own without, I mean, you look at it wrong and it breaks. You know? It's like it feels me coming. It's so completely unadorned. It's kind of beautiful in its simplicity. That crust is amazing. Great job on that.
Thank you.
David, the fact that this isn't even an apple pie, this had better be the most delicious, orgasmic experience ever. It's almost like it's like an apple cupcake. Look at this.
Crust a little thick.
A little thick. It's like a ½ inch thick. Look at the thickness of that crust and the thinness of that apple. The crumble on top. Is delicious. Really good job on that. So David, you had 1 point. You need one more to win and go forward. Cheeto, you need 1 point to stay alive in this competition. It's tough. The apple pie that I want to have another piece of is Cheeto's.
Well done.
You should be super proud with that. That's a delicious, all-around great American apple pie.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
The apple pie. Cheeto completely destroyed me on it.
Now I'm back in it. 1-1. It's tied. It's a tied game.
Okay, David, Chital, serve me 2 perfectly executed veal Milaneses.
Yes, sir.
It's a traditional, authentic dish. You pound the veal, you bread it, you pan fry it. That is veal Milanese. You think of Italian, and you think of Joe, and you know he's very deeply rooted in his traditions.
Oh, just Joe. One guy gets me into the finals, or sends me home.
Chital, what went through your mind when we asked you to cook this Italian classic?
The first thing I needed to do is to make sure that the veal was pounded so that it cooked evenly. I think that's tricky when it's on the bone.
David, a veal Milanese is traditionally pan-fried. How did you cook this?
It's pan fried and then finished in the oven.
Chital, a traditional Milanese would be the inside to a perfectly medium rare. Chital, yours is cooked almost perfectly. It's very, very finely seasoned. David, you know this is a very unorthodox approach. A Milanese spessa, as they would say, thick, is not a traditional Milanese. Was that an intentional strategic move on your part or by accident?
It was intentional.
This is a truly difficult decision. A traditionally executed plate that's well done against one that takes the spirit of the dish and interprets it in a kind of innovative way.
Well, they're gonna give it to her because it's flat, or they're gonna give it to me because it's absolutely cooked perfectly.
The veal Milanese that I will choose
I'm like, just say what you're gonna say. Tell me what's gonna happen.
Bravo, David Miller. Congratulations. Congratulations. Good job.
Thank you.
David, congratulations.
Thank you, Chef.
Chantal, you've been amazing. From the first instant when you walked through those doors, you had my vote. That level of love, passion that you have with food doesn't end here. You must continue that journey.
My experience here at MasterChef has been life-changing for me as a cook. These are the flavors, these are the spices of my childhood.
I felt like I was in India tasting that.
I have grown leaps and bounds.
Chantal, come here, 2 seconds. What's the matter?
I've never killed anything in my life.
You can do this. Congratulations. I'm sure that crab is very, very happy to give his life for this dish.
There are not enough words to convey how proud I am to have been part of such an amazing creative process. I've definitely grown as a cook, so I'm taking that with me, definitely.
Chantal, you've been amazing.
Thank you.
Don't take your apron off. You deserve to keep it.
Thank you.
Well done. Thank you. Ready for round 2. Please, Lee and Whitney, let's go.
Good luck, guys.
I have 2 hours to cook the best 3 dishes of my life so that I can position myself into the finals against Dave.
Whitney is gonna go down first. Dave is gonna go down second as far as I'm concerned.
I'm sure you're dying to get started, but more importantly, who's gonna be watching you cook? Because behind that door, there are some very excited faces to see you both. Amazing. Amazing.
I've never been away from my family as long as I have. And just to see my family's faces, it was just amazing.
Lee, happy to see your girlfriend.
I love you. And my best friend since we were 12 years old.
Yes, there's one missing ingredient. And someone very special, close to your heart. Say hello to Hannah, your mum. All the way from Israel, she has made the trip to be here to wish you all the best in your semi-final.
I've last seen my mom 9 months ago. I didn't imagine that she would come here all the way, but here she is, and I'm speechless. I'm so happy that she's here for this.
Now, the pressure is really on. You're about to face the toughest 2 hours ever so far in MasterChef. Give your ladies a kiss goodbye. Whitney, say goodbye. They're not going far, they're only going up there. You'll be fine. Okay.
Oh, God.
Now that everybody's here, even your mother, are you ready?
Absolutely.
Whitney, are you ready?
Yes.
At just 22 years old,
I'm like a butterfly and sting like a bee, and I'm ready for the competition.
Mississippi student Whitney is the youngest semifinalist.
I'm looking to win.
While some of her savory dishes have been inconsistent,
This could be the first time you're showing your age.
her brilliant desserts have earned her the nickname the Pastry Princess.
Your souffle was
Perfect.
absolutely perfect.
And the winning dish, Whitney, well done.
And made this young cooking prodigy a serious candidate for the title of America's first MasterChef.
I mean, it's cooked by an angel.
California bartender Lee has only been cooking seriously for a year.
The first American Master Chef, that's what I'm here to do.
His bold flavor combinations, elegant technique, and sophisticated plating style
That's gorgeous.
You've set the pace in MasterChef.
have wowed the judges enough to win him several challenges.
Lee, back to back. It's never happened before.
But could his overambition
It's not popping for me. And I just expect that you can come up with something exciting.
cost him the MasterChef crown?
Second place is not an option at all.
Joe, what are you going to challenge them to make you?
Today, you're gonna make a chicken parmesan.
A unique dish. And don't underestimate the simplicity of a great chicken parmesan. Graham, what would you prefer?
The dish that I want you to cook for me is a perfect eggs Benedict. It's a very difficult dish to do.
Techniques of an egg Benedict is very, very sophisticated. I'm looking for something with a wow factor. I challenge both of you to make me the most delicious cheesecake. That's right.
I'm terrified of the cheesecake right now.
Ready? Whitney, is it something you could do with your eyes closed, or is it something...
I actually rarely make cheesecake.
Wow. Are you ready?
Yes.
2 hours to cook 3 stunning dishes, and your time starts from now. Off you go.
In the second semifinal, the rules remain the same. 3 dishes, 2 hours, 1 winner.
This is probably the highest level of pressure I've been through since this competition started. I won't lie, I'm a little nervous. Whitney is fierce. She's come a long way. Now she's the head of the competition, and I need to watch my back at all times.
Lee has great creativity, and that's what something I think that the judges are really gonna look at is his creativity versus my creativity.
I just jumped on that cheesecake right away. Whitney's a strong dessert person. I am very weak at dessert, but I'll just do my best.
Right, Lee. Now, what's the flavor of the cheesecake?
Cheesecake has vanilla in it. I'm also gonna caramelize some rhubarb with some butter, some sugar, and some ginger to make like a rhubarb compote.
Rhubarb puree on top of the cheesecake. Sounds delicious. Right, Whitney.
Yes.
Talk to me about the cheesecake.
I'm doing a no-bake cheesecake.
So, a no-bake cheesecake, yeah, can turn out to be a nightmare in order for it to set. You're not baking it, so therefore it's got to set in the fridge. Whitney, as ever, adventurous, dangerous. Yeah. Good luck.
Thank
yeah?
you.
Whitney and Lee, 1 hour gone, 1 hour to go. One of you will be going through to the final to face David Miller. One of you will be leaving MasterChef. Keep it going, guys. It smells amazing.
Let's do it, guys. Come on. Pump it up.
I knew that the 2 savory dishes that we're gonna have to make, I have to nail absolutely perfectly.
What's the bacon for?
The bacon's gonna go into the chicken roulade.
Aren't we making chicken parm?
We're making chicken parm. There's gonna be plenty of cheese in there.
Sounds confusing. Taking a simple dish and you're mucking it up. Why don't you make what I asked for?
You know, I'm just trying to infuse some more flavor in
I
there.
think you're trying to win is what you're trying to do. You're trying to make something better that's been around since the beginning of time. So that's a tall order.
Tell me about the chicken.
I'm putting a little twist on it.
I thought you'd put a twist on it, yeah? Surprise, surprise.
I'm filling it with a mixture of mozzarella cheese
Filling.
and
Normally a chicken parmesan is flat. When you say filling, you're rolling it?
I'm not rolling it. I'm just gonna make a little pocket and fill it. I'm gonna keep some of the tradition, but add my own spin.
Yep.
They're definitely out there taking risks with interpreting the recipe. I would understand if one went rogue and one was consistent, but they're both off the path.
That's the reason why they're called classics,
Right.
isn't it? Lee and Whitney, 20 minutes to go. Start to visualize those dishes on the plate.
With 2 of the dishes well underway, both contestants have to tackle a perfectly timed Eggs Benedict.
How are we doing on my Benedict?
The Benedict is gonna go over, instead of an English muffin, which I find boring, it's gonna go over like a latke, a potato pancake.
Okay.
And then the egg and the hollandaise. I think it's gonna go well.
Eggs Benedict, what's the twist on that? Because there's bound to be one now.
Yes, I'm gonna do a grit cake
A grit cake, as opposed to the...
as opposed to the muffin. I took a southern twist to it and I made a grit cake. And I did an andouille sausage, which pulls to my like Cajun background.
Hollandaise sauce. When was the last time you made a hollandaise?
Never.
Never. Never, ever,
But
ever.
I mean, that's kind of the spin on everything because I haven't made a lot of things since I've been here. And it's all usually came out pretty well, so I'm not nervous. Yeah.
Is this your first egg going in?
Yes, it is.
Whoa, look at that technique. Nice. She uses the swirl, the convection. That is impressive.
I'm gonna do more than one just so I have a backup.
1 hour, 50 minutes gone. Last 10 minutes. The most important 10 minutes since you've been here in MasterChef. Make it count, Whitney, Lee.
My mom, the fact that she's present honestly, to me, means more than anything. And I'm ready to bring it. I am not giving up till I get this title under my belt.
3 minutes left. Come on.
For Whitney, it's time to find out if her cheesecake had enough time to set in the fridge.
That is a very modern cheesecake.
Good job, good job.
Smart, incredibly confident. No baked cheesecake, setting within that time in the fridge.
Very courageous.
Good. Lee, starting to put things on a plate. Thank God for that.
Oh no, Whitney, your egg.
Oh.
With only seconds to go, Whitney must cook and replate her final dish.
15 seconds to go. Whitney, you've got to get the egg on the plate. Oh, boy. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Sausage,
2,
sausage.
1, and go. Stop.
Yes!
One of you will be joining David Miller in the final of MasterChef, the first ever final of MasterChef. Good luck to you both.
All right, let's do it. Whitney, why don't you describe your dish to me real quick?
It's a southern take on Eggs Benedict. I made a grit cake, pan-fried it. Then I added a little bit of Cajun and andouille sausage.
A lady after my heart with the whole Southern flair kind of thing. Lee, why don't you walk me through yours?
So there's a latke on the bottom as the starch component, the prosciutto on top, and the beautifully poached egg with some coriander seed and cayenne hollandaise.
It's very unique. You went out on a limb. You decided to change the actual vehicle for the Benedict, the English muffin. It's a dangerous move because it needs to be really thin to fry and get crispy all the way around like a nice little hash brown. Let's see if we get some ooze action. That's a pretty sexy poached egg, I must say. The egg is cooked perfectly. All of it combines to make a really delicious dish that I'd be psyched to order in a restaurant. Whitney, you ready? Pretty beautiful. Really nice cooked egg. Grit cake. All the elements are prepared correctly, but the grit cake is so big. It's like an 86-ounce truck stop grit cake. I think at the end of the day, I got to go with my heart. What looks best, what tastes best, and what has shown the most technique. And Lee, that is yours. Congratulations. Thank you. Great job.
That's 1-0 to Lee. Whitney, if you lose this next plate, you're leaving MasterChef.
Okay, Whitney, Lee, serve me chicken parmesan.
I looked at Lee's and I looked at mine, and I knew that I had to get this point to make it. And I mean, Joe, he is a tough, tough judge. I wanted to have the gooiness of the mozzarella on the inside instead of on the outside, and did a little bit of a different take on the marinara.
And Lee.
I made a great tomato sauce, and over that, chicken that's actually rolled, stuffed with some mozzarella on the inside and the mushroom duxelle. All that was breaded, some Parmesan on top.
Give them a try. dish is I think, impressing me. At first, I was kind of jarred and quite surprised that you would take such a risk. But on further inspection and on eating it, it kind of works in a way on my palate that I like. Although, kind of a strange interpretation. Whitney, your dish, although in appearance seems to be kind of rogue, getting the melted cheese, breaded fried chicken, and the fluffy tomato sauce. Lee, I have to say that I got to give this one to Whitney. Congratulations. Excellent chicken.
When Joe announced that my dish won, I was like, yes, you know, I still have a chance, and I know I'm gonna rock with dessert.
Lee and Whitney, that's 1-1. Next, it's the battle of the cheesecakes. Lee, have you done enough to take down the pastry princess?
I've done the most I've ever done with pastry and baking, and it's right in front of you, and I think it's delicious.
Let's go. Lee and Whitney, please.
It was all down to a cheesecake. Whoever was going to win this is going to the finals.
Next time on MasterChef.
The person joining David Miller in the final of the first ever MasterChef. Congratulations to